What radio? The music you want.
With your host, Cody Denison.
Oh man, this place is weird.
RadioWhat.com. What's up, party people? It's Keys Dan, RadioWhat.com, DJLittleRock.com, coming to you live in a living color from the Radio What Studios. And this is my podcast, What Makes You Famous. It's an extension of the RadioWhat.com internet radio station that I've been running for quite some time. And if you need DJ services, where do you go? DJLittleRock.com. Check availability, get a free price quote. Yeah, you can have me at your event. I'll be on the ones and twos, spinning for you, baby. The digital wheels of steel. Yeah, you know, now that I said that, I kind of miss my technique sometimes. But no, I got my Pioneer CDJs and they, DDJs, I guess is what they're called. And they control my MP3s, and this means I can get the music on for you quite a bit faster. I used to handle records, and sometimes I'd carry a couple crates of records to a show, and that was it. That's all you're going to hear is that couple crates. Now, with the digital, the interwebs, the online, if I got a www, if I got the Wi-Fi, I have every song ever made in the world out there. If it's for purchase, I have it. It's available. So that's good, man. I like that. I like that. Hey, do you have this song? Yeah, I have that song. Bam. There it is. I just mixed it in with the last song. Bam. I enjoy that so much. Oh, today on the program, Cody Cosmic. Yes, I said Cody Cosmic. I saw him on Instagram, and I said, man, he looks pretty interesting. He's into this, I guess the performing arts of some kind. Well, you're going to know a little bit more about him. I'll let him tell you what he does. And Cody Cosmic. So get ready for that. Shows this week. I only have one show this week. I'm at the Rab on Friday nights. That's the video dance party karaoke jam. They have a full bar. They have the kitchen. They have a pool tournament. So if you want to make some money on a Friday night while you're enjoying some music with yours truly, come on out to the Rab, Conway, Arkansas. That starts at 8 p.m. and we go until about 2 in the a.m. Yeah, that's a nice long show. Yeah, we don't stop till way past your bedtime. Well, let's get into it. Let's get into it with Cody Cosmic. I want to find out more about this young man, Cody Cosmic. Calling Cody Cosmic now.
Hello.
Hi, Cody Cosmic, please.
Yep, you got him.
Cody Cosmic, Keys Dan, what makes you famous? How's your day?
Well, it's all right. How about yourself?
Super duper, man. Hey, first off, I'm excited to talk to you. What is your Instagram handle?
My Instagram handle is Cody_Cosmic.
There you go. Yes, I know that I found you there. On Instagram, and I was kind of interested in chit-chatting with you a little bit and finding out more about Cody Cosmic. Give the people, I don't even know what to call you. If Cody Cosmic's what to call you, or
Yeah, that'll work. My full name, So a little bit about myself.
Sure.
My full name is actually Cody Denison. Cody Cosmic is just kind of a handle that I was given and that I go by.
Sure.
A little bit about me. I'm what you call a flow artist, and the short definition of what a flow artist is someone that dances with props.
Oh, I think I know that kind of thing, like glow sticks and maybe strings and stuff attached to the end of strings, or what kind of props?
Well, really, that definition can spread to a number of different things. There's a lot of really common ones, like you mentioned. A lot of people spin strings. A lot of people spin like hula hoops and different objects like that. That kind of a thing.
So what's your medium of choice there, Cody Cosmic?
Well,
Cody Denison?
I actually have two props that I like to use. The one that I'm most familiar with is actually just a regular deck of playing cards.
What?
Yeah, so that flow art is actually called Cardistry, and it stemmed from a bunch of magicians just doing kind of fancy card flourishes between magic tricks and stuff like that just to entertain the crowd. And it sort of stemmed off into its own flow art.
Yeah, I'm looking at videos on your Instagram, and I'm seeing some of that, and it's kind of likening, I'm likening it to the, a Vegas dealer that's being real fancy when they're dealing their cards.
Very much so.
Is that something you can do, or are you parlaying this into a card dealing type of thing?
I've actually been asked that before. I've had people tell me I should go like deal in Vegas or something like that, but really, it's just another performing art. It's something that I picked up back in college, and I was introduced to cardistry by a friend, and ever since then I've just been doing cardistry. It's like a small community. It's great to like meet other cardists and like exchange like ideas and exchange like different tricks and tips and stuff like that.
Yeah, how do you work your hands, work your fingers out to get them to stretch that way? Because it feels like maybe you would have the same kind of dexterity as a pianist or a guitarist, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, oddly enough, I actually did used to play piano when I was growing up, but it's been a little while since I've gotten my hands on a keyboard. But it's a lot of muscle memory for sure.
Yeah.
With anything else, it's the more you practice something, the more comfortable it becomes, and the more comfortable it becomes, it just becomes second nature.
Oh, I'm a believer in the 10,000 hour rule. Anything you can do for 10,000 hours, you can probably become pretty proficient at it. Or if you don't, you just give it up.
Yeah.
So, okay, let's go back. You said something about college. Let's go with your upbringing, a little bit more about Cody Denning. Is it Denning or Denon? Denison. See, thanks for the correction. You're a good man. You didn't correct me the first time I got it wrong.
That's all right.
Cody Denison on the What Makes You Famous podcast. Very good. Where are you from?
Well, I'm originally from a small town north of Dallas, pretty close to Gainesville, Texas. And that's where I spent the majority of my life until I moved away to Lubbock, Texas to go to Texas Tech University.
Texas Tech. Big time. Okay. Now, in high school, did you have any work in the entertainment field and in the performing arts? Were you in drama, or you said you played piano a little bit?
Yeah. That was probably my grade school years. Towards like the middle of high school, I guess you could say, I realized, well, sports, maybe not for me. Music, I can't sing, that's for sure. Except in the shower. But
great acoustics in there.
Oh yeah, fantastic. I can really hear myself and hit all those high notes. It's fantastic.
I can dig.
But no, so I kind of got into dance. Used to get into a little bit of dance with my brother, and I guess that got me started in the whole performing arts kind of industry.
What kind of dance?
Well, a lot of like shuffling and stuff like that, like EDM style dance. I also do a form of dance called tutting, and it's making like right angles and stuff with your arms and your body.
Whoa. Well, we used to call the shuffle dance the Running Man when I was doing it back in the 80s and the early 90s. In my reckless youth, when I was just a baby DJ, we would do the Running Man. And I think even before that, James Brown was doing some kind of a shuffle as well. And I think it all pretty much started with him. And you know what? Maybe back in vaudeville, if you look at some of the older movies, these cats are shuffling too. Some of the jazz singers are doing that kind of a slide across the floor, dance moves. Have you seen any of that?
Oh yeah, definitely. It goes way back.
Oh, way back. And so, man, my first handle when I was first starting on the radio was Dancing Danny G. I still keep it online. It's still one of my Facebook pages. So, yes, don't be afraid to expound on your dancing, man. I have an affinity for dancing. I was my mom's dance partner when I was a very young lad. And so, I tried out to be for Raggedy Ann and Andy. I wanted to be Raggedy Andy, not Raggedy Ann. I have nothing against it, but I wanted to be Raggedy Andy. And It didn't work out. So what other performing arts have you been into besides that?
Well, I also do a performing art. It's called rope dart. It's another flow art. It's kind of exactly what it sounds like. It's a dart on the end of a long, maybe 10-foot rope, 10 to 15 feet. And it comes from Chinese culture, I believe, and it's just another performing art. You spin it around, do tricks with it, you shoot it off different points of your body, like your elbow or your knee. And it's just another performing art.
It sounds dangerous, Cody.
Yeah,
sounds very dangerous.
Yeah, I've definitely hit myself one too many times, but you just got to keep going.
I'm kind of likening it to Bruce Lee doing his nunchucks, that kind of thing, because that's 2 sticks on a rope as well. And then there's a longer form of that as well, with a longer rope with 2 longer sticks. Have you ever been involved with martial arts at all? Is that something you got into?
No, not really.
Wow, because this would really parlay. A lot of times when in Asian cultures, the kings would take away all their weapons, and what the farmers would do, pretty much that's what they were left to their own. I guess that's what they ended up doing, so they could survive. They used all their tools that they had on hand and made them into weapons of sorts. So that's why you see the billy club is kind of shaped like a farming tool, that kind of thing. So
I believe that's the origin of the nunchuck as well, if I'm not mistaken.
You may be correct, and I think you are correct, Cody. So, okay, all right, what year did you graduate high school?
2013.
2013. So you're a young man. Okay, you graduated high school in a small town somewhere around Gainesville, Texas. And so any other extracurriculars? How was your time in high school?
Well, high school was it was boring. When you live about an hour and a half away from the nearest metroplex or anything interesting, it gets to be kind of boring. And I guess that's definitely one reason I got into like dance and stuff like that. I had to keep myself entertained. I had to drive like 45 minutes just to get to see a movie.
Wow. So that's what kids did in a small town. Did you ride motorbikes or go trail hunting, or were you an outdoorsy kid?
Yeah, more or less. When I could get out to the lake, I would. But other than that, not so much.
Okay. Very good. All right. So you got out of that one-horse town. And I'm guessing there's just one horse. And you got to a bigger city, Lubbock, and you went to Texas what?
Texas Tech. But oddly enough, I went to Lubbock expecting it to be a little bit different, but turns out Lubbock is just a big, small town. Yeah,
it kind of sounds like it. I think there might have been a song about it. I thought Lukenbach, Texas. I tried to look for Lukenbach, Texas. When I was a young man. Because my mother had that record and she just kept playing it over and over and over, and it got drilled into my head. So we tried to look for it on a map, and I guess the Lubbock and Bach, Texas, were the closest things that we could find. There is no Lukenbach, Texas. Am I wrong?
I couldn't tell you for sure. I've never heard of it myself.
I've never heard of it, man. And you're a Texas man. You're a Texas dude. Lived your whole life in Texas?
Yeah, for the time being, but I'm sure we'll make it out of this place eventually.
What? No, Texas is great, man. Texas is its own country, really.
Don't get me wrong. Texas is definitely fantastic, but I want to see more of the world, that's for sure.
Oh, believe that. I'm from South Florida, the Florida Keys, which is where Keys Dan came from, and now I'm in Arkansas, Central Arkansas. How did I get here? Well, I don't know. I tried to start a fight club, but I'm not supposed to talk about it.
So here we are.
And here we are, Cody Cosmic on the line, man. So I'm getting to know you a little bit. Texas Tech, what was your field of course? What did you want to be when you grew up?
Well, I kind of bounced around a little while. Started off with engineering, and I figured out real quick I'm not that great at math.
Math hard.
Oh, yeah. So I found myself looking at marketing, and then I found myself ending up in public relations. And the reason I really liked public relations is, it's pretty much marketing without the math.
Yeah. Yeah, and people don't know they're always in public relations. They're always trying to market themselves for the most part. When you're in a job interview, you're in public relations. When you go meet up with a person of interest, you're someone you'd like, a boyfriend, a girlfriend. You're marketing yourself, and that's what you do. And you have these card tricks. That's like your main forte, from what I'm understanding, and then the rope tricks as well. I mean, how did you find out that you had an affinity for these kind of? Do you do any magic tricks too?
No, I actually don't do magic tricks. I get that question a lot as well.
Yeah.
But as far as how did I get into this?
Please.
Mostly through the people I meet. I really like to get into the things that I'm introduced to by, I don't know. There's a lot of great communities surrounding all these different flow arts and all these different dance styles, and it feels really nice to be a part of something with like-minded people that can connect over like a form of art.
I agree. And with the internet, you could find your tribe, man. When I was growing up in school, I had no idea there were people that were very similar in interest to myself. And with the internet, you could find your tribe. So how do you find these people? Do you go to, is it like a raving? Is it EDM? Is it, what kind of music or what kind of social events do you have together?
Well, there's actually a pretty good variety of events that people get together with. A good majority of it is EDM based. Like people will go to like different bars that allow for flow arts and props and just interact with each other there and get to know each other there. But a lot of these places don't actually allow props for safety reasons, which that makes a lot of sense if you ask me.
It does.
But on top of that, there's a good community of like LED performers, and there's a good community of burner performers as well. And so,
what's a burner performer?
Like someone that does flow arts with like a fire prop or something like that.
Ooh, yeah. So do you get invited to do things like this to different events? Because I work in a club on Friday nights called the Rab in Conway, and it's a pretty big club with high ceilings. And we did have a cat that used to come in with a rope with some LED lights that were on it. And that kid was just fascinating to watch. I would put on some music for him that he enjoyed, and he would be in a trance, man. Is that how you end up?
More or less. It's definitely like there's. I'm sorry, can you repeat the question?
I mean, is it a spiritual thing? Do you feel it when you get into it?
Well, I guess it's like any dance or like any sport. When you're in the zone, you're in the zone, right?
Right.
Or like, I guess when you're DJing, when you're playing music, like when you're playing guitar, piano, when you're running, when you're doing anything you enjoy, I guess.
Oh, man, when you're feeling it, when the crowd is with you, all you want is to get that energy from them. And I'm sure you feel it when you're performing. Now, do you perform by yourself primarily, or do you have a crew that you've performed with?
Yeah, I actually am part of a dance team. We're called DevBot Designers. And not only are we a dance team, but we actually have our own flow art production line as well.
Say that name again?
DevBot Designers.
DevBot Designers. I'm guessing you have a Facebook page. I am looking it up right now, if you have one. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's great. So what kind of events do you get into?
Well, we actually just got, I wasn't able to attend this event, but we just did some sort of a motor show last weekend, and this upcoming weekend, we're involved with a something called the Flow Moon at Deep Ellum Art Company. And at that event, it'll be a burner event. And so not only will we have a booth there where people can come and meet us and talk to us and stuff like that, but we'll also have some of our fire performers at that event.
Man, that sounds great. And I could see that. A car show, that would be perfect for that. It's an outdoor event. There's plenty of people, and the people need to be entertained. And this is an endeavor, a type of entertainment that I've been fascinated with for a long time, and I know that there's Hawaiian dancers that do it with fire, and yeah, there's all sorts of different events that you can be a part of. Now, do you do the fire as well? You say?
Well, I'm working my way up there.
Yeah.
I need to I need to get my hands on fire prop myself, but we'll see what's in the cards pretty soon.
Okay, but you have is it all boys or girls, or how many people are in this group?
Well, I believe we're about 14 people right now. Wow. It's a very good mix of different performers and different styles of performers and stuff like that. Like, for instance, I think I'm one of 2 roped artists that we have. We have quite a few poi spinners, as well as some people that do hooping as well.
Hooping,
Yeah, hooping's that flow art you see people dancing around with like an LED hula hoop or something like that.
Dig it, man. Oh, yeah. These are all great. I know I do a lot of Comic-Cons, and there's, see, I did one last weekend, and I was so hopeful because they have it was kind of a prom after the Comic-Con. So the people were invited to switch out of their regular character clothes and maybe put a bow tie on or a flowing dress. So it was Harley Quinn with a flowing dress, or Wonder Woman with a flowing dress, or Joker with a bow tie, and nice. It became a dance. And I was so hoping, and I did have quite a few kids that were dancing with LEDs, and I thought that was cool as can be. But I could see room for bigger props that. Man, this is something that could parlay, and I fully believe that anything you like to do, you could turn it into a job. Have you turned this into a job?
Well, it's more of a part-time job for now, but we'll see where it leads.
Yeah. So, okay, so what's your full-time gig then? The marketing, I guess. Yep.
Well, I actually work for a media consulting and edtech solutions firm called Rebel Role Model.
Okay. Now, is that something that you're an employee of that, or is that something of your own?
No, I'm an employee there, yes.
Very cool. How long you been doing that?
About 6-7 months now.
Whoa! All right, the man's got staying power at his young age. I tell people, do everything you want to do in your 20s, man, because you're still made of rubber. You're Wolverine. Jump off of things. Is there an acrobatic element involved in this?
I'm sorry?
Is there an acrobatic element involved in the group that you have?
Oh, not particularly.
Okay, but a lot of jumping, a lot of dancing. Yeah,
mostly dancing for the most part. Acrobatics, I'd say that's something else entirely.
Yeah, I get it. Well, I mean, shoot, even the shuffling, it takes some kind of staying power to be able to shuffle for any length of time. I know I still try to do it, but in my late age, I can Running Man for a little bit. I'll put Everybody Dance Now on, and I'll get out there on the dance floor, and then I'll get behind my DJ booth all huffing and puffing, but I don't let the people see that.
Yeah. That's good.
But no, and do you have a certain attire that you wear? Is there gear that you have to be in?
Well, if you're fire spinning, you have to wear something that's pretty much 100% cotton or denim, or something that's not going to catch on fire easily and melt to your skin. Oh, because that's something you definitely got to worry about.
Okay. Now, what type of gear would you be wearing? Is there a certain brand or that you're involved with?
Brand wise, not really. Really, it's just anything tight to your skin, because like any loose clothing is going to be a fire hazard or anything like that. But as far as LED performing, it's anything you're comfortable in and anything that you could reasonably dance in.
I get it. All right. I'm cruising further down into your Instagram, digging deeper, and I'm seeing you and a young lady in full makeup. What is that all about?
That might be us at Freaky Deaky or something like that.
You got the white face on. She's got the big makeup with the red lips on, and you got the red lips.
That was definitely that was Halloween.
Okay, all right. I'm looking at the date there, and so Freaky Deaky. Well, what was Freaky Deaky?
Freaky Deaky was a music festival out in Houston, I believe. It was. We actually got to meet up with some friends there that we had met at a previous festival, and they allowed us to, link up with them, and we had a grand old time.
Yeah. Well, what kind of music entertainers were there?
Well, it was a lot of EDM performers and stuff like that. There was also a good number of flow artists there as well. So it was nice to meet up with all the different people and meet all the people in their different costumes.
Well, I'm seeing you there in your white face and your cards, and you were out there doing your thing as well. So
Yep.
When did this all start? When did the cards actually start? What year? Do you remember?
I'd say maybe my sophomore year of college. It had to be somewhere around there.
So 2015 or something like that, right?
Yeah, just about there.
Wow, man. Okay, I'm digging deeper. Is cosplay a part of this, or is that part of the EDM culture?
Well, I guess I don't know. It's more of part of the EDM culture, I guess you could say. But also, I'm really a fan of Halloween.
Dig it, man! You should definitely be going to the cons when I'm out there. I'm only one state above you here, man.
Well, I might have to make it out to one of them.
Yeah, I do some in Arkansas all over, and I know there's one on the Texarkana border. I'm kind of excited about that one. I'm hoping to get to that one. I think it's called HypeCon, but yeah. Oh man, but I think they would appreciate your style. Now, okay, the rope stuff. I see some that have, let's see, that are all made of glow sticks, and then some is a rope, maybe with a light hanging off the end of it. Man, when did you get into that part?
Now, that one's a little more recent. I got into that maybe about 8 months ago, I'd say. I guess I kind of plateaued in my cardistry for a little while. Kind of was looking for something new to fill that role. So I guess I found rope art, and it just clicked.
Man, I'm looking at one of you during the day, a little video on your Instagram, and you're sitting in front of a wall that's very nicely painted. Where's that wall at? Do you remember?
Near Warren Park in Dallas.
In Dallas. Do you spend a lot of time in Dallas then?
Oh yeah, I definitely enjoy going out to like all the parks in Dallas and just walking around Deep Ellum, walking around different parks, and enjoying soaking up the sunlight. And all those places make good film spots as well. For sure.
I see you out in front of a fountain and just doing your thing. I mean, do you do a lot of meetups with people that do this same kind of art as you?
Yeah, maybe I try to get out at least like once a month.
That is cool, Cody Cosmic. And any girlfriend or involved with this, or?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay, what does she think of it?
She actually is a flow artist as well. She actually does hooping.
That's the way to go, man.
Oh, yeah.
Team up. That is great. Definitely. You could parlay this into definitely a part-time job and maybe even a full-time job if you so desire. Oh, man. Yeah. Oh, that's... Yeah.
So I guess I could definitely attribute her to getting me into rope art. Because beforehand I did mostly just cardistry and stuff like that and some dance. And the more I got involved with the... I guess the larger flow art community, like the full body flow arts community, like hooping and boy and stuff like that, the more I got introduced to rope dart, and through that I eventually picked up rope dart.
Yeah, I mean, shoot, it's just fascinating. I know it's a very visual art, and I know we're on a podcast, and it's hard to really explain it. So I really just want people to go to your various social medias and check out the videos. And how do they hire you? How do they get a hold of you if they want you at their events?
Well, a lot of people will just DM me through Instagram, but if they're trying to get a hold of our team, they go through our Facebook and stuff like that.
Yeah, I was trying to find the Deathbot Facebook, and I couldn't quite find it. Mm-hmm. Is Deathbot dangerous? Deathbot Designers?
Yeah, give me 1 second. Let me see if I can find it.
Yes, please.
There's a good number of...
I see a bunch of T-shirts is when I looked up Deathbot Designers.
All right, it's Deathbot Designers. It's DEVBOT.
DEV. Okay, I'm looking up death like as in dead, baby. This makes a whole...
Yeah,
a whole lot more sense.
DEVBOT Designers.
Now, how did that name come about, DevBot?
Well, I was actually brought on board to DevBot Designers a couple months ago. It was named by the founder, Devin, and so hence he named it after himself, DevBot Designers.
Why wouldn't he? So what does Devin do? What kind of performance art does he do?
He is a poise spinner. It's kind of like rope dart, but it's like two lights on a string, or on two strings, and he swings them around and makes patterns with them.
So a light on each side of the string?
Yes, he's also a very, very talented fire performer as well.
Oh, I can dig it. Yeah. And you got involved with this crew. How did you get to know, how did you get to know Devin?
Well, just like everything else, word of mouth. Excuse me.
Yes.
I was out doing my thing one day, just performing, and one of my friends came up to me and said, "Hey, Cody, I got someone that I really want you to meet." So he introduced me to Devin, and Devin was really interested in my rope dart, and he said, "Hey, man, like, how would you like it if I made you your own signature series rope dart?" So I said, heck yeah, man, like, sign me up, like, sure. And so the relationship just builded from there, and together we made like a signature series cosmic dart, and life has been good since.
That is great, Cody. Cody Denison out there in Texas. Cody Cosmic, Cody_Cosmic. Man, just
one.
Yeah, represent, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, cool, man. I mean, all right. So what kind of music are you into?
Well, man, a whole lot of different music. Pretty much anything that makes me feel excited, anything that makes me feel pretty much any emotion, I guess you could say. Any music that moves me.
Yeah. Any particular artist that you say, oh, put that on, and I'm going to be flowing?
Man, actually, I'm glad you asked that. I recently saw one of my favorite artists, Robert DeLong.
Okay.
He's quite an avid performer. He really knows how to like get up on stage and make a presence and like make a name for himself and really make sure that his entire crowd has a good time.
Robert DeLong?
Robert DeLong.
Okay, and what kind of stuff does he do?
Well, he's kind of like an entire band rolled into one person. He'll like play something on the drums and then like set it on a loop. He'll play something on a guitar and set it on a loop, and go sing something, set that on a loop, and then just harmonize with himself. All
right. I've seen that kind of artist. I know one of my a great comedian, was it Dimitri Martin.
Yeah.
He does that kind of thing, and just, it amazes me. And I know, oh my goodness, who's that fella? I just heard him on a podcast, but no. Well, I'm sure I'll come up with it. But I mean, just, it's amazing. Is this something that you want to get involved with as well, doing the music part of it?
Well, I don't know if I have a mind for making music, but I sure do enjoy listening to it. And I have quite a good number of hobbies, as you know. And so for the time being, I'm all right with what I've got.
Yeah, but you say you played piano and you've lost it since then.
Well, in truth, my girlfriend's mother recently bought me a keyboard, and so I'm trying to learn a little more of that, but we'll see how that goes.
Reggie Watts was who I was thinking of, who does that kind of where he'll just overdub until he comes up with this great song. Man, Robert DeLong. See, and DJs always want to find something new, and I'm definitely going to look into him, and I think you've turned me on to something new. Robert DeLong. Very good, man. So any other avenues that you're wanting to tell the people to get out there to the world?
No, not particularly.
Usually in these things, I try not to make it more so much of an interview. I want it to be more of a conversation, so where I never know where they're going to go, and I want to know more about Texas, since you're hanging out in Texas. Where's the places to go? And are you living in the Dallas area, or are you still near Tech somewhere?
Well, no, I'm actually living in East Dallas right now, and there's plenty to do in Texas. I can tell you that much.
But you got to have a fiddle in the band. That's what I heard.
Yeah, most definitely. But then again, it's one of those places that it's like there's something for everyone. If like no matter what you're into, if you're into dance, if you're into records, if you're into art of any sort, there's definitely a place for you in Texas.
Yeah. So where's the clubs that you go to?
Well, I like the Deep Ellum area. It's got a very artistic vibe to it. I like this one spot called Deep Ellum Art Company because not only is it a bar, it's also an art gallery, and so they've got different artist paintings on the wall. Pretty much every time you go there.
I like that. I like that a lot. We used to have a place called Black Earth Art Studio. Unfortunately, it closed down, and they used to have bands come in and do acoustic sets, and it was just so cool, man. And then every once in a while, you'd have a girl or come out with their hula hoop, or a guy come out with his glow sticks, and just add that flavor to the show. And I could imagine you with your cards, man, because just the videos, they really don't do justice to what you can do when you see it live. That's what I'm talking about. What kind of events do you want to get into, or have you done?
Well, a lot of what I've done is like for different EDM shows and stuff like that. We actually have been involved with like a kind of like a small music festival as well. And there's a good number of those. So there's a pretty good number of opportunities out here.
Have you been on the poster?
No, not yet. But
man, I feel it, man. And how do you feel when you get in front of those crowds? And how many people have you been in front of? What's the biggest?
Well, I'd say probably a crowd of like maybe 50 to 100.
Yeah.
All these events normally take place like in a bar or something like that, or in someone's backyard.
How does it make you feel, man?
Oh, man, it's a riveting experience. It's one of the most exciting things you can do. But I'm sure you're familiar with that experience when like you're up there and it's just like everything clicks and that's all you've got.
Yeah, but this is not about me. It's about Cody Cosmic, man. Cody Denison out there in Texas just doing his thing. And so, okay, you said you wanted to travel. Have you been outside of Texas at all?
Oh, yeah, plenty.
Where have you gone?
Well, my mother's actually from Minnesota and my father's from Hawaii. So
cool.
Both places respectively a fair number of times.
Yeah, all right. Minnesota, man. Every time I've met somebody from Minnesota, they're the sweetest people, man. I guess because it's so cold.
They got that Minnesota nice or whatever they call it.
Is that what it's called?
Something like that. I guess when you stay so much time indoors, when you meet people, you got to be nice to them.
You got to be nice to them. And then, of course, Hawaii, man. I mean, what can you say about it? Look, I asked one guy one time, do you pronounce it Hawaii or Hawaii? And he said Hawaii, and I said thank you, and he said you're welcome. That's an old vaudeville joke.
Yeah,
it's older than me, I'm sure. So what part of Hawaii is he from? He's from
the Big Island.
Okay, and he's a Hawaiian fellow?
No, he's not. His family moved to Hawaii. I believe his grandfather did.
That's cool, man. So what took them out there?
Well, I'm not really sure, but I'd rather know what took him out to Texas.
Yeah, okay. I mean, what took Mom? Okay, Mom's in Minnesota. What was she doing out there? And how did these two from so far away meet each other? Have you ever heard that story?
Yeah, I've heard it once or twice. Apparently, they met in Ohio, of all places. So they're all over the board. I don't even know how they ended up in Texas. So I always like to tell people, I could have been skiing or I could have been surfing, but instead I'm getting blown away by the wind. Hey,
I'm from Florida, South Florida, in fact. So, yes, I know the hurricanes for sure.
Yeah.
In fact, University of Miami is the Hurricanes. What's the mascot for Texas Tech?
Texas Tech, the Red Raiders.
Red Raiders, man. Okay, and you're not a sports person, but are you a sports fan?
More or less. I'll catch a hockey game every now and then.
Hockey? In Texas? There's no ice down there.
Oh, yeah, no, just indoors. Only domesticated ice.
Now, in Minnesota, that's a whole nother story.
Yeah.
Now, does Mom like to go to the games with you?
No, not really. One of my old friends actually got me into hockey.
Okay, all right. I figured she brought that up with you. Brought that down with her from Minnesota. Okay, all right. This is me projecting, I guess. And so they met in Ohio. How do you happen to know how to somebody?
I don't remember the full story off the top of my head, but I do know that they, I believe they met in a Wendy's of all places.
Thanks, Dave. I guess he's the Wendy's founder.
Yep.
Have you caught Wendy's Twitter?
Yes.
Epic, man.
Something wild, that's for sure.
Oh my goodness! And when they go at it with another fast food chain, it's fire, man. It's incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Their marketing. Speaking of marketing, what you're into, bringing it back. That is something that their marketing team must be aces, man. Now, what kind of marketing stuff do you do?
Well, like I mentioned, I work for a consulting firm, and well, what that means is I kind of do everything that nobody else wants to do.
Like what?
Well, a lot of what I do is research into the companies that I work with and identify like hangups within their current systems and find solutions to them.
Yeah. I mean, people need that, man. This is like you're looking for problems or how they can make things better.
Not specifically problems, more of new outlets for them to take, like new avenues for them to take their business to the next level.
Are you the outside the box guy, Cody Cosmic?
That's exactly what our business is all about.
Really?
Our entire thing is like disrupting. We call it disrupting the field, like disrupting the field that people are in with new innovative solutions in order to bring them to the forefront of their clientele and the forefront of their customers and so forth.
And that's your forte, man, just making people better?
That's what we try to do.
See, and that's what I like to do, man. I like promoting people. You know, if you build other people up, you're going to be successful. You can't be successful unless you pull other people up with you, man. Mm-hmm. And that's the whole reason I started this podcast, is to learn more about people. And I'm picking Cody Cosmic's brain, Cody Denison. And I still haven't found your personal Facebook, but I'm sure I'll come up with it because I want to tag you when I put this podcast up pretty soon. And but man, Cody Cosmic, and you never know what people are into. And I was seeing your pictures, and I knew you were into the EDM and you're into the glow sticks and that kind of thing, but I had no idea you were some kind of a marketing guru, you know, with 11 months of experience. Is that right? Did I say that right?
Well, 11 months I'm sorry, 7 months at this job.
7 months at this job.
Yeah, quite a bit more experience than that at other various outlets.
Well, what did you do before?
Well, I actually did a good bit of promo work for a couple different companies, including out in Lubbock and Dallas as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did have some work at like a studio brand, which I'm not going to mention, but yeah, no, I've worked here and there. I've got a fair share of experience. I got to meet a lot of interesting people in the process. Got to meet a lot of people that I don't think I would have been able to meet if I wasn't in a public relations field.
Yeah, and that's great, man. Everybody needs public relations. Everybody needs that. And I know some people, when you get so big that you cannot handle your own brand, you need somebody to handle things for you. Do you handle like social media as well, or is that something that they do or you do?
Yeah. Well, that's something that part of my team does. We handle pretty much all things digital media as well for our clients. So yeah, if someone needs like an event run, then we'll do that for them. If someone needs like some Google Analytics, whatever done, some kind of social media marketing, basically anything involving the internet, we got it.
Man, you're a star. You're a star. Because once you, okay, it used to be when I first started DJing, I would be on the turntables, maybe have a microphone in front of me. More often, it would be me on the ones and twos, and I would have an MC. Then, it would be DJ J and then Dancing Danny G. So I would be the MC. Now I have to be the MC and the DJ and the lighting and the marketing coordinator. I have to make Photoshop everything. Put everything out on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. It's YouTube. I'm trying to just limit it to just those four things, but even with the podcast, now I have to put it out everywhere. You know, and thankfully I have my hosting service puts it out on iHeartRadio and Apple Podcasts and all that other stuff. This is something that you handle with your business. Mm-hmm. Is this something you want to do for the rest of your life?
Well, I really like my job, that's for sure.
Yes.
And I believe that's something that's very important indeed. As far as the rest of my life, I don't see any problem with that now.
Okay.
But, we'll see where the road takes us. That's for sure.
Well, that's it. Because, I like to go where you're from, where you are, and where are you heading, man? What's in the future for Cody Cosmic, Cody Denison?
Well, in reality, only time can tell. But what I'm looking forward to is hopefully a fair amount of world travel.
Yeah.
Followed by some settling down somewhere nice.
Yeah.
And lots of music, lots of new people, and lots of enticing experiences along the way.
Dig it, man. Man of the future, man of the now. I mean, and the card tricks is just, I say card tricks. It's card flow. What?
Card flourishing, cardistry.
Cardistry. Man, that's a good word. I learned a new word. See, even at my old age, I learned a new word from Cody Cosmic. and then you say your lady does the hula hooping.
Yes, she does.
Man, and how long has she been doing that?
I'd say about 3 years now.
That is cool. And the gang, man. And then is she into the same kind of music you're into?
Oh, yeah. That's one thing that really brings us together is music. We love to go out together. We love to go experience all the different DJs and all the different events together and stuff like that.
Well, that's cool. And I see, is that the lady that's all made up sitting next to you there?
Oh, yep. That's the one.
Shit, man, you did good. You did good, son.
Oh, yeah. I definitely took a step up in life.
The generosity of women never ceases to amaze me. I'll tell you that.
I got to hold on tight now.
I think there was a song called Hold On Loosely. But don't let go.
Yeah, one of those.
Something like that. So cool, man. We got a few avenues of Cody Cosmic and where you're from and how mom and dad met a little bit to Minnesota and Hawaii, man. Meeting in Ohio. That's crazy. How'd you meet your girl?
We actually met at college. We were introduced by a friend, and then we turned out we had a couple classes together, and she was actually an advertising major, and as a public relations major, we just kind of meshed.
Clicky, click, click, man.
Uh-huh.
That is perfect. Cody, you're the goods, man. You're the goods. Anything else you want to tell the people? How do they get a hold of you?
Well,
give them the links.
Well, the best way to reach me is through Instagram. I'm not very active on Facebook.
Okay.
The Instagram, again, is Cody_Cosmic.
Excellent, man. Any other avenues to find you?
No, that's pretty much it.
All right. Well, I guess I got that link, and then I got the link to your DevBot designers. I could put that in the show notes as well, and give them a little promotion. And now, what's next for you and the DevBot designers?
Well, I believe I mentioned earlier, we actually have a show this week at the Deep Elm Art Company bar that I mentioned.
Deep what?
Deep Elm Art Company.
Elm. What's Elm?
It's just a region of Dallas. ELLUM.
Okay. Deep Elm Art Company.
Mm-hmm.
That's fantastic. And you say it's an art dealership and a music venue.
Indeed. And
okay.
They have a nice little patio area in the back, and it's got a nice gravel ground out there, and they have a little area sectioned off for all the fire performers to strut their stuff and do their thing.
Yeah. Man, that sounds like a good show. What day is that going to be on?
That's going to be on this Saturday, actually.
Saturday.
Yep, Saturday the 10th.
That's coming up right now. I mean, just in a few days for Cody Cosmic and the DevBot designers. See, I'm putting you as the front man. It's Cody Cosmic and the DevBot designers. I think Devin will probably be a little upset about that.
Oh, no, he'll be happy enough.
Big ups to you, Devin. Big ups to you. I know you're listening. and big ups to the girlfriend, man. I guess I didn't get her name.
Oh, her name is Marissa.
Marissa. Big ups to Marissa. All right. Shout outs for everyone all around, man. Build everybody up, man. So what other avenues do you want to explore, man? Do you think they've got it all or pretty much what they need to know about Cody Cosmic?
Yeah, for the time being, I think that'll cover it.
All right, Cody Cosmic. I guess we can cut it now, man. And
All right.
What makes you famous? Thank you so much for coming on the show. Any last words for the people?
Be you.
Dig it. Thank you, Cody.
All right. Thank you so much for having me. You have a great one.
There you have it, party people. Cody Cosmic. Young man of the future, man. I have no idea where these things are going to go. Sometimes they go in all different directions. This guy, he's got a track. He's on track with his marketing. And if you got marketing in your pocket, you pretty much can go anywhere, man. If you could sell yourself and other people for you can help them sell themselves. Some people are very shy and introverted and don't know how to get themselves out there. Yeah, maybe they have a service or a product that they want to sell and they don't know how to do it. Call Cody Cosmic. Yeah, he can handle it. I mean, take him all over the world. Do it. And then while he's helping you with your marketing, he'll do some card flow, some card. Oh shoot! I totally forgot what card play with for you, and take his girlfriend along too, because she'll hula hoop for you, and the flaming arts and the fire and it fascinates me, man. It's just all the colors and stuff. Yes, I'm a very visual person. I know I'm doing an audio medium right now, but when something, lights come on and just flashing. I mean, if you ever come to one of my DJ shows, I light the place up. I make it, if I'm coming to your venue, if I'm coming to your house, I'm bringing lights. We'll light the place up like a club. So having that extra, a bit of entertainment with the cards and you got to see some of these videos. It's Cody _Cosmic, man. Just look him up on the Instagram and find him and see some of these videos. They're so cool. And then he's got one with the rope that he was talking about, and it's not at night, it's one in the daytime where it looks like he's just getting into it. Yeah, he said that he's trying to explore other avenues of this type of entertainment. And yeah, it's part of the EDM culture. It's part of that where the kids go out and I say kids, I'm 50 years old, man. I enjoy that music. I'll play that music on a Friday night. In fact, maybe I'll play that music this Friday night. see how the old folks play in their pool tournament and enjoy it. And maybe I'll do it after they're done with their pool tournament. We'll do it from like midnight till 2 a.m. and see how they like it. Put a little dance music on. Yeah. And if I could do the whole party from maybe 2 hours between 128 beats per minute to 135 beats per minute. Yeah, man, I remember one time I was just goofing with myself, I think, and I did a whole party at 128 beats per minute, and I had a good time. These people were thinking, is he ever going to change the song? They thought it was the same song for 4 hours, and I just had the beat going, bam, 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 bam. And I was putting on all kinds of different songs, overlaying over the track, and yeah, just exploring that feel, that dance, man. If I don't want to be bored at a party, yeah, I'll do that, man. I'll put some dance tracks on, get the people hopping, man. I mean, hip hop is good, rock is good, pop, any of that funk, disco, 80s music, of course. Even if you're just chilling, put a little, take it to the 90s grunge and just kind of hang out and just do your thing. But yeah, a little EDM, a little dance music, a little techno, sprinkle that in, and you got the party going just right, man. Man, you got me thinking, Cody Cosmic. Thanks for coming on the program, What Makes You Famous. I appreciate it. I appreciate it so much, man. And I hope you and DevBot designers, you go far, man. And I do hope that you get to go all over the world, man. Explore this globe of ours. I'm sure they'll appreciate your entertainment everywhere, and your marketing, of course, man. I think the marketing is going to take you real far. If that's what you want to do it, man. Do it. Anything you like, you could turn it into a job. I turned talking into a microphone, into a job. Really? All that guy does is talk into a microphone. Yep, that's what he does. I got the voice and the face for radio. I've been told that my whole life. All right, maybe I say it because it's self-deprecating. But it's true, man. It's true. A man's got to know his limitations, and I know mine. Well, I think I've taken up enough of your time. Thank you again, Cody Cosmic, for coming on the program. What makes you famous? If you want to tell your story, I encourage you. Give me a call at 501-470-6386 or email info@radiowhat.com. That's it for this edition. What Makes You Famous? It's Keys Dan, radiowhat.com, djlittlerock.com. Peace. I'm out of here.
Radio What? The music you want. Hey guys, this is Shelly G with a fast fact. Tap dancing originates from Irish clog dancing and what is called the Irish reel and jig. Do you have a fast fact? Share it with us at Interactive Radio, radiowhat.com.
Tweet, yo. Follow Radio What on Twitter at Radio What Twit. Tweet, yo.